don't start the meetings with whoops.
You got enough whoops going through.
Alright, let's make this big screen. You can start, they can hear you.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Hello, folks. Welcome again to the November 28th Select Board meeting. So, Selectwoman Lewis is out of the office right now attending a workshop. She left about 15 minutes ago. To start with, we'll do our annual town clerk report, or weekly town clerk, annual.
I don't have a whole lot. The 2023 taxes were due on Monday. The taxes are now subject to 7% interest. So we have collected 89.3% of the 2023 taxes so far. So it's really good before interest. Just a note, we're already getting information from the state. The presidential primary is March 5th, 2024. And we're still working with the state on closing out the November referendum election, so that's what's been keeping us busy the past week.
What would be involved in that, Daniel, closing out the
We have a
election?
state system online, and we have to scan all the barcodes for the voters that participated in the election, and we have to reconcile it to the state, so. Yep. And there's certain times we have to get that all done, so right now they're waiting for all the towns to finalize their absentees and everything, and then they turn that on.
So every voter has a different barcode that
That's
has to
right.
be sent to.
We have to scan each barcode. Yep. Lot to it. And that's really all I have. I just have the follow-up issues. I did take a few off. And I think you're gonna discuss Chris Sanborn later in the meeting, so. That's really all I got.
Maybe Dave can answer on the checks, Dave. I know you and Jesse are,
Yeah, we did not have a chance today. Like I said, we got started last week.
anything on the computers and the monitors for?
Computer is
computer?
coming.
Okay.
I have not done anything about the monitor yet. I need to look and see what Debbie has, and I'll probably get 2 new ones.
We haven't done anything with the cemetery funds for private cemeteries needing repair. That's something that I'm sure will be worked on this winter. Danielle's working on the reserve accounts. On Eric Fry, we have budget, deputy CEO. He has most of his training, it's still the one he hasn't gotten. So he's working on that last one.
Oh, okay.
This is as of Jesse last week, mentioning that he still had one to,
Have you spoken to Eric?
not in a couple of weeks.
Okay, because he said he had most of the training, so he
Well,
can do
most, but
quite a
there's
few
one,
things.
what was the one that Jesse mentioned, do you remember?
Oh, internal plumbing, I think?
One of the plumbing,
Yeah.
Okay.
so. And I don't know about the DOT sign, I don't know if anyone's done anything on that, no, okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
It's a very short agenda. I think that's good. We've approved last week's agenda and, or last week's minutes, notes in this week's agenda, and paying our bills. A lot of bills. This month, the school takes a big chunk and would pay for the road work, the road between the ponds. That costs us $50. We have a report from our animal control officer. Concerning 4 incidents that happened, I don't want to say 3 on Elm Street and 1 on Maple Crest, so. Cats, dogs, pigs.
Lions and tigers and bears.
Hmm?
Lions and tigers and bears.
Well, that'll be a little more exciting, but, you know, I'm glad it's not. We're still waiting on our code enforcement officer to give us a report. Last couple of weeks, he's promised it to us, but I haven't seen it. We have our York County Sheriff's report. Planning board, we have a special meeting on December 6th, which is next week, I believe. Appeals board, we lost an appeals board member due to a regulatory conflict.
Statutory, yeah.
Where a select person cannot be related to or whatever an appeals board member, because the appeals board obviously is appointed. So our president of the appeals board has to resign, and we'll be looking for actually a couple of new appeals board members. We're down to 2. We'd like to have 5, but
Yeah, full board is 5. With just 2, they don't have a quorum, so they can't make any decisions.
So 3 more members?
hmm?
3 more members?
Yes, so if you can somehow, maybe we can get that in the shopping guide and put it on the. All we need, folks, is common sense. Comprehensive committee, they're meeting tonight at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I'm not sure. Deb, you know?
I thought it was 6 o'clock, but I could be.
Comprehensive 6? Okay.
Yes.
6. Secaucus Road update, we were looking at finding out the financial situation with them.
And I have gotten absolutely nothing.
Okay. They did give us a check at our meeting for $20-some-odd thousand for the lease of the area around the salt shed, but we're trying to get an accounting for the last couple of years to get that straightened out. The Stanley building, nothing really to do with the town. The decision is being appealed, but as I said, it's really nothing to do with the town. We talked about Chris Samblin's proposal for software support. I don't know if we come up with a.
Well, it's not just software, it's computer support.
Right.
All right. My recommendation is that we engage him for the shorter amount of hours initially, and I can still do what I can do, and when I'm out of town or there's something that I don't have time for, then we can defer to him.
Do we have the numbers I know it was so much per hour, and we were
Yeah.
contracting for 20 hours or something like that.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, Ed, I'm sorry.
All right, we can get it next week, Dave, no big deal.
So when we need work done on the computers,
Well,
we go
it'll be,
through you
yeah.
guys on who's gonna work on it, Dave or Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have the email at my
So
hand.
we'll get that straightened out and have an answer next week. There's no need for an executive session. We had talked to the attorney briefly about a couple of things, one of which was the appeals board member being in conflict with our new select person, so. Maybe someone can help me with this application for Maine Water Company, new municipal drinking water facility.
We got a copy of an application to the Saco River Corridor Commission saying that Maine Water Company wants to construct a new municipal drinking water treatment facility to replace the aging facility. And this will include paving of Powerhouse Road. Now that's their application. We haven't agreed to let them do that, but that's beside
And
the
they
point.
still have to go before the planning board.
Well, yeah, they'll have to go to the planning board and, you know. Yep.
All right, and we did get a notice concerning the convenience store in Effingham that's been taken a few years to resolve because it's on the aquifer. They notify the surrounding towns. But it's putting in the gas, you know, replacing the gas pumps and the convenience store. There's, everything brings problems, folks. A convenience store could have been grandfathered, but since it's been 2 years since it's been closed and hasn't been used, they have to reapply. And when they reapply, they have to follow all the current guidelines. So this will go on for quite a bit, I'm sure. We did have a meeting with the New Hampshire Department of Transportation concerning Route 153 and Parsonsville taking over the plowing of it and the maintenance of the road. And our costs are going down. We're not quite sure what the final costs are gonna be, but they started out at about 25,000, and I think we're down to about 9. And whatever it would cost to, that's for plowing. And we would be responsible for the maintenance, summer maintenance. But they seem very agreeable, willing to work with us, and hopefully we'll come up with an equitable solution. We did reappoint Matt Kamner as our EMA officer. You don't need him until you need him. The same thing happened with Dr. DeKay. He's our medical officer. Things go along fine for a year or 2, 3, and then all of a sudden it's like, we need an EMA guy or we need a doctor, so it works out.
Can you send me his contact information? Matt Cameron?
I can send you what I have for an email.
So we just have an email for this guy, we don't have a phone number?
I don't have a phone number though.
Okay.
Could you email him and ask for his phone number, please?
No, well, I just emailed him.
Can you email him again and ask for his phone
Yeah.
number, please? Thank you.
Really, Jen was concerned about that potential conflict. Dave, do you have something that you'd like to,
About?
anything?
Oh.
Your little heart desires.
No, it was Soltage and Chris Sanborn,
Okay.
but they were already on the agenda, so, yep.
Okay. So, that's about it, folks. I'm trying to look and see if we have anything. I don't even think we have any workshops scheduled for next week, as of now anyways.
Yep.
So that's it, folks. 15, 20 minutes, brightens up your day, gives you something to look forward to. Hope you all had a nice Thanksgiving, and I'm looking forward to Christmas. So with that, we'll say goodbye. Thank you.